Detroit, we are back in the K5 Championship for week number 4, I think. That's me during qualifying. If you'll believe it, in practice I set the second best time, and then I got to qualifying and could not complete a lap. I love qualifying so much. It's my favorite thing to do. Obviously, being sarcastic. I don't know what it was. When I came out for qualifying, it was 10 times tighter than any point during practice, and then, like, the sun came out, and I could not stop spinning once we got in there. So, that's bad. So we're going to be starting 20th. This is a street course. I was wanting to start up towards the front so we could avoid some of the messes, but, you know, whatever. This will give us an opportunity to take our time, be patient. There are going to be cautions randomly, so it's not going to be a death sentence starting all the way back there. But we're here in warm-up. Would have liked to have started closer to the front, but no big deal anyway. I am worried. I'm going to be starting on the reds. I'm worried that the tire fall off is going to be really, really significant. And I'm going to get to the point where they just have no grip, and I'm not expecting it, and they won't be able to complete the turn, and I'll just push out wide into the wall and destroy my car. That's my number one worry right now. I'm able to get it around the track fairly good, and I was feeling pretty good on my speed, but obviously then we got to qualifying, and that all went out the window. So I don't know how we're going to do here. Tires are cool, coming straight out of the pits, and they really don't like to turn when they're brand new. Let's just let Logan by here. We'll go practice a pit entry and find our pit stall and all that. Same deal as with Sonoma, though. There are push to passes, and he's going to be drawing... Oh my gosh. Drawing cards.
Got one on your left. All clear, all clear.
Get Dylan Bias and Alayton.
All clear, all
He's going to be drawing cards for the random cautions. And that'll make things pretty interesting. And this being a street course with a very fast open wheel car, I understand that there's a very high likelihood I will end up wrecking myself out of this race. But I'm hoping to survive as long as we can. Try not to take anybody else out. And seeing if we can survive this thing. The only goal for me is going to be survive. I think there's going to be a bunch of attrition. There was a ton of attrition at Sonoma. And this track is 10 times less forgiving than that place. So, we can just keep the car underneath us, keep it out of the walls. I think we'll be in good shape. But this is a 66 lap race, which is very long. Plenty of opportunity to make mistakes, especially once those tires get worn down. I've done more practice on the reds than I have the primaries. I did do some laps on the primaries, but I'm going to need to be prepared when I put those back on there, or when I put those on there, that we're not going to be able to turn quite as well with these alternates. It's going to be quite the transition. Let's go ahead and practice pit entry here. Pit road is kind of tricky to get slowed down for. It comes up on you pretty quick, and the cones start pretty early right there. So we need to be prepared for that.
Pit box team 5.
Pit box is going to be right there. I don't know if it'll move. I don't think so.
Right here.
We actually have a pretty decent field here. We're like 24, 25. That's pretty good. It's going to feel like a lot at this place.
That's it. Go.
So that'll be fine. Hopefully we'll survive it. I think it's like maybe worse than a coin flip, maybe 60-70% chance that I don't end up surviving it, just based on, you know, stuff that happens in front of me and I can't avoid it, or myself wrecking myself. So just keep that in mind and temper our expectations a little bit. Should still be a really fun race. I love this track, and this car here is quite the handful. But yeah, long race. Cautions can catch us back up to the field, so I don't have to worry about slowing down for anything happening in front of me. Tire compound will need to be changed. We will need to use both tire compounds in the race, so first pit stop we'll switch to the primaries, and then
We need to change to a new tire
probably
compound
switch
during
back
race,
to the
or else we'll be
alternates
disqualified. Alright, man, we're going green
for the
next
remainder.
time. You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is
We will
over.
go ahead
Alright,
and
man, we
put
got
the
a lineup
primaries
the left
on the
side
first
here.
stop.
The estimated SOF is 1,891. Pit road is closed.
And we're going to have to be very, very, very careful on this start.
Stay sharp.
We could get a pileup that blocks the entire track right at the beginning, which is kind of why I wanted to qualify decently. But with the cautions, we just got to take care of the car and be ready to stop. I was hoping the Long Beach was on the schedule for these, but this will be fun as well. I like the street courses. They're really, really tough, and I'm no good at them, but I think they're fun to run. So dangerous. I can't believe they race these in real life. Like, it's crazy. We'll have an extra pace lap, it said, I believe. Only have a couple people starting behind us, Frank and Nick King and Richard. Frank's actually starting on our inside there.
It's the 15 car.
But just need to be safe. Keep it out of the wall if the best we can. We got to keep in mind that cold tires, brand new tires for the first lap or two are going to be quite understeery. So we'll need to slow down a little bit more and wait to get on throttle before we get off the corner, so we don't push ourselves up into the wall. Also need to keep in mind that the whole entire pack is going to be in front of us, so they will be slowing down very quickly, and we need to make sure we don't run anybody over. And the tire wear, like I was saying, I think tire wear is going to be scary on these reds. I think after 10 or so laps, it could get to where it's very difficult to get the car to turn, and I'm kind of worried about that. I was also spinning under braking a couple times, which is I was never doing at Sonoma. I don't know if this setup, this is just the default Belle Isle setup. I don't know if this just has a little bit more front brake in it or something, but a couple of the corners sometimes I was braking a little bit too hard and it was just snapping before I even got to the corner. So that also kind of has me concerned, but I don't think I'm going to be attacking the corners quite that hard in the race situation here. That was just practice, see as fast as we can go. I also found, when I first started practicing, I was using first gear for most of the corners, but I found that if I kept it in second and just kind of tried to keep up the momentum, I was quite a bit faster. There's still a couple corners, the hairpin, and like one more that first gear is kind of necessary, but here, this corner, I'm always missing it and pushing out way wide. I tend to shift to first here if I can't make the corner. I think it's better if you keep it in second for that, but a lot of the time I just overshoot it. But yeah, same deal as Sonoma. Let's go out there and have some fun. Try and take care of the car and not take anybody else out. That's number one priority. I think if we can survive this thing, we could finish very, very well. Even starting back here. It's going to be very, very difficult to pass. Obviously, being this narrow track, but just attrition-wise, I think we could be really in a good spot if we can just keep the car from wrecking. So that's what we're going to try and do. Be ultra conservative here. There's a couple people saying they might start from the pits, but I don't see anybody. But I don't think that would be a bad play either here. Looks like Frank and Richard are going to give us a lot of room back there. I'll probably just start in second. We don't need to get up to speed too quickly. We're going to be slowing down pretty fast into turn one anyway.
Get ready.
Pace car is going to be pulling off here in a second.
Alright, man.
But good luck to everybody. Hope it's a fun race. I hope I can put together a fun race.
Green, green, green.
And they are off. Roll up to speed nice and easy. We do have push to passes just like at Sonoma. There's already contact ahead. Somebody just pushed up into the wall. That was Wesley and Frank, I believe, unfortunately. Just a 2-car incident, though. It gets more narrow up here, so we need to keep an eye out for the track being blocked. Nice and easy. This spot in particular is very narrow. Looks like they're all spread out, running
There's an incident behind.
Well, I'm really
fairly
sorry
good there.
I locked it up and lost control.
Plenty of room behind us now. Oh, Zachary Nelson was in that. He was quick at Sonoma, I think. Oh my. Gotta make sure we're slowing down in time.
There's an incident behind.
Another incident behind.
Slow car ahead.
Okay, we got a slow car ahead. He stopped on the left.
Go
Be
right.
nice and easy. Oh, that was almost dangerous. Alright. We've completed lap 1. We need to try and get around Christopher when we can. Okay, he's just letting us by. Wasn't sure if he would,
All clear,
but thank you. Got another car parked there. That is Ryan Carwile.
Got a slow car on the left.
That is unfortunate. Another slow car up ahead.
Billy, your rear wing's hanging off.
Ooh.
Go left or on your right.
Okay, that's Ryan in the 4 car who was up front as well. Both of the Ryans are very, very fast. And they seem to have some trouble early. I don't know how much damage either of them had. Didn't look like the 4 car was too bad, but I think Carwile was pretty significant.
There's an incident ahead. We have a car stopped on the
Okay,
right.
another
Go left.
stopped car. That's Billy. I think Joe was saying his rear wing was hanging off, so that maybe contributed to that incident. Not having a rear wing for that corner.
There's an incident behind.
All right. Nick is on pit road already. Does he have damage? A lot of attrition early, and that's what I expected. But we have been in decent spots to be able to miss it. We're already up to 11th. We've gained 9 spots first 2 laps, so that's pretty good. Like I said, if we just keep the car underneath us, a lot of race to go. But if we can just keep it underneath us the whole time, we can just get handed spots left and right. I'm a little bit too slow through there. Gotta be careful braking so hard. I don't want it to snap on me like it did a couple times in practice. That really scares me. It's a little bit more on edge than I was at Sonoma, I feel like, which is not really good when there's no room for error.
The car in C2 just hit the fastest lap. 16.728.
Laura's kind of driving away from us now. Ryan's catching up behind us.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
I'd like to keep this in 4th gear, but right now the speeds are kind of lower. 3rd gear might be alright. Christopher may have had an issue back there. He lost some time to us. Be nice and easy. I'm not trying to put in super blazing laps here. I'm just trying to be easy and conservative. Keep the track, or keep the car pointed the right direction on the track. That was close right there on the left sides. Right there I go down to 1st. and then right up here. And those are, I think, the only 2 corners I do besides the one where I overdrive it. Need to be careful because that section right there is so bumpy. I could rev up the tires and start spinning the rears if I'm not careful.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Did a 118. I could be happy with a 118. I ran a 116 in practice, but that was pushing like 20% harder than I am right now. Probably say I'm only going about 80%. I may only go about 80% this whole race, depending on what happens. Seems things have settled down after that first lap. We're still in 11th. Plotting along. We've got a little gap behind us, but not too much. Careful. Careful, careful, careful. Alright. We're fine. I feel like I'm overdriving it slightly right now, and that's going to get me into trouble with the tires later in this run. Has me a bit concerned. A little bit slower through there than most people, seems like. Could use push to pass, but we only get 10 of them. I really don't find them that beneficial. It doesn't seem like they give us much extra speed that you would expect anyway. I think I'll save them for later in the race though. This is a really long race. Leaders are up there doing 17s and 16s. Really scary through there with it so bumpy. This is not a car that really likes the bumps too much. And we get a yellow. Early yellow here. We'll, I guess, go ahead and pit for the primaries. Save some fuel here. Let's fill it up to full. And got to do a restart around other cars again and have to be really, really careful. Now, did Nick pit for damage, or did he have some strategy play? He is back behind us in 15th, 30 seconds back. I would imagine with how early he was in the pits, it was probably damage, just a little wing damage or something. These pit stops are so fast. Even with a couple seconds of optional, you can get in and get out pretty quickly and really not have much danger of going a lap down or anything, if it's not too terminal of damage. But we're gonna have to get caught up here. I gotta remember we're still on the track. I can't lose focus even on the pace lap and wreck myself. That's a very easy thing to do, pacing around on a road course, because we don't do it very often. I don't think we can pit yet. I think we still need to get caught up wherever the pace car is. Trying to get caught up anyway. It doesn't seem like we're catching them. Is everybody going to pit here? We did about 6.5 laps, 7 laps on a on that run.
These cars about to head on the backstretch.
The backstretch. Which one's the backstretch? Okay, right here. I found him. Leading this thing's probably Warren, if I had to guess. No, he's in second behind a Layton. Warren and a Layton are battling it out for the championship in this car this season. They're both very, very fast. Pretty awesome. We'll see if one of them can get the win here. I know a Layton and I think they both have a win. Warren, I think, won Sonoma, so. They both have been doing really good in this car. I think a Layton won Auto Club. And then Nick won Iowa. Alright, let's see if we got our pit how we want it. I think I will pit for the primaries.
Catch the 40.
Just get those on and get that run over with in case this is a longer run. And then we can maybe have a little bit more speed for longer. And we'll just go ahead and fill it up with fuel. We can only do about 22 laps on a tank, it seems like. At least with the way I'm shifting. So that would be a 3-stop race or a 2-stop race if we cut it evenly. Just about 2-stop race. Looks like everybody's going to be putting those new tires on. I think that was a long enough run on the Reds to warrant it, especially.
3, 2, 1, right here.
And then we get these on. We don't have to worry about switching compounds again, but we probably will put the Reds back on.
All right, that's it. Go.
Coming, bud.
Tire compounds have been changed. We're all set.
Yep.
Line up
We come out of the pits right where we were, I think. Looks like Laura put the Reds back on. Could be a strategy play like I did at Sonoma, keeping the primaries on for a couple stops, just to make sure I'm not getting too used to the extra grip. Looks like we may have come out in 12th. Did some people do fuel only, or was Dan in front of us? I think he was. I don't think he was right ahead of Laura. I think it was Logan, wasn't it? I don't know. It says we went into the pits in 12th. We maybe somehow lost a spot on pit road. I don't know how, but that's fine. We got the 2 to green. Gonna have to be careful on the restarts. We know they're gonna be slowing down early in the traffic, and we're not gonna have quite as much grip as we have had. I need to be prepared for that. I think the pace we were running, like the 118s or the 119s, is gonna be perfectly fine. Not gonna be winning running that, but we can worry about that later. I'm worried about surviving for the vast majority of this race. If we find ourselves in a good position at the end where we can push and challenge something, then obviously we'll try, but right now we're so far away from that, no sense in getting ourselves in trouble. Nick behind us, it looks like he's going to be still in 15th, but he's going to get caught back up. Zachary as well seems to be back up there. Wonder what happened to Ryan. He's a lap down now, maybe fixing damage. Zachary must not have had too much damage. People up front have not changed the tires all the way to 8th in Logan. And then Laura, but everyone else has changed, well, except Ryan, but he's a lap down. Surprising, all the front people kept the Reds on, I assume. maybe just pit for fuel only, or, well, we have
Alright, man,
unlimited
we're going
tires,
green
so there was
next
really
time,
no
bye.
reason not to take them. Even if they didn't change compound, I figured we'd go ahead and get it done, and then we can switch to reds, and then just keep the reds on for the rest of the race. Depending. Single file restarts, so should keep us spread out fairly well. With this giant pole in the front of my windshield, we gotta really be careful and not brake a little too late coming down into this corner, because it can get stacked up in a hurry and we're not gonna be able to see them very well. Like, almost can't see the entire car of Dan up there in the middle of the bar. I know I can turn that off, but I figured it's more realistic to keep it on, since the real drivers have to see it. I don't know why they can't design something that doesn't have it right in the middle of your view. Like, can't they do like a ring where it's open in the middle and it kind of goes around the sides? I feel like that would be better. Like an actual windshield instead of having just a giant pole right in the center. You would think they could build something strong enough where it's not right in your view, you know? But this is what they have, I guess. Same with Formula One and all the other open wheel, pretty much. They all have it right in the middle. But you would think, I mean, normal cars don't have that. But I guess you're also not sitting in the middle of a normal car. You're kind of sitting off to the left or right, and there are structural supports for the windshields in the middle, but they're usually not that thick. Talking stock cars anyway. But you'd think it would not be that much different for these, designing a windshield. Windscreen windshield. We'll start in first this time.
Get ready.
Just be ready for a stack up. We gotta be hyper vigilant here.
Alright, man. The pace car is in.
We'll be taking the green here in a second. They're going up
Green
front.
flag, green flag.
Just ease onto the throttle. Okay, gotta remember we're on cold tires and we're on primaries, so really gonna have much less grip. No pressure behind us. So just make sure we get into the corners, get out of the corners and stuff like that. Okay. Get the tires up to temp. Zachary and Nick might be able to get up here. They must have passed Christopher. Okay. It's real easy. Heavy traffic ahead of us.
We have a slow car on the right. We have a car.
Got a
stopped
car
on the right.
wrecked.
Go left.
That is Alan.
Ahead.
That is unfortunate.
You dig it, man. You're in top 10.
But that puts us back to 10th. Man, really no turn right there. Laura gets around Dan. Laura's still on those red tires, though. As we've seen. Careful that inside wall. I know I'm really slow through there, Zachary. I'm really slow through most of the corners. He might be on reds too, I can't tell. It says he's changed them, but he might have started on the primary. I don't have the race labs to tell me what compound he's on right now. And I don't really have time to look in the mirror and see if I can see it.
The car in C1, just at the fastest lap.
We need to be careful there, we could hurt our front wing bouncing over that curb.
Oh, no damage to report.
Guess we're downshifting to third. Man, there's no grip. So much tighter on these tires. You need to be careful.
Okay.
Looks like Dan's letting us go. Thank you. Much appreciated. Definitely didn't need to, but I do appreciate it. I don't think he was holding us up too bad. We might need to let Zachary go. Just like Dan let us go. Christopher's on pit road. He's out of the race.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
We just did our fastest lap of the race, and I'm in the wrong gear, but we're fine. 18.7 on the primaries. I can be happy with that. Oh my gosh, there it was trying to break loose on me. Under braking. I gotta be careful. Let's just get out of Zachary's way.
Got one on your left. Clear on the left.
We're holding him up. He started ahead of us. We'll just get in behind him. Run our laps. I don't need to be pushing too hard to try and not hold him up. We're just going to end up spinning ourselves. Let's get into a groove, see if we can pull away from Nick at all. Not sure we'll be able to, but we'll try. Yeah, Zachary clearly faster than us. Little brake lock up there from him. He runs a bit wide in that corner where everybody's running wide, or at least I'm running wide there a lot. Don't clip the curbs. This car doesn't like curbs. Oh my gosh, we slid through that corner. That was very dangerous. I thought that was our race right there.
I was trying to let you by.
Got a slow car on the left. We have a car stopped on the left.
I'm so sorry, Mathis. I was trying to let you by.
Oh, that sucks. Matthias and Alan come together, it sounds like. He was running up in the top 5, I think. It's another spot for us. Unlucky. We're all getting stacked up here now. They're stacked up behind us big time as well. Oh, Nick just hit the wall hard behind us. Nick just overdrove that corner that we slid through last time, and he slammed the wall. That's going to be a ton of damage for him. I just saw that in my mirror. I don't know if he got some arrow push or what. That was unfortunate. That might be his race over with. We were all getting stacked up there. But that was the corner of the previous lap where I nearly lost it. Just nearly spun on entry. And I don't know if he just got in too hot or what. But that looked like a bunch of damage. Left front, straight into the wall. Now I need to be careful entering these corners so hard, or we're going to do the same thing. We got Ryan behind us, who's a lap down, and then a big gap, so if he gets up here, we can just let him go with no problem. He'll probably be able to drive away from us. Well, see? We're going to do it. We need to really be careful. I need to stop locking up the brakes like that.
Thanks, Wesley.
You can pass me.
Car on your left. That car is a lap now. All clear, all clear.
Let's get Ryan by us there. I just kept the inside and he could just go around me there, and then we can fall in behind him. Still a nice gap to Dan behind us. I don't think we're going to be able to keep up with Zachary and Laura. And I think if I try, I'm just going to end up overdriving it and slamming the wall. Or sliding into the wall.
The lead is stood up 18.178.
Seems like the brakes at this track, very, very edgy. I think I need to be running third. It seems like with the clouds, we're just understeering like crazy. The sun is not peeking through too much. So we are really pushing hard out of the corner. And I think if I try and keep it in fourth, that's just going to be a little bit too fast for the race pace. We need to bring it down a bit, try and survive, especially on these older tires. Now that they've got a few laps on them. We're running P9 though, looking pretty good. We might get some more free spots, who knows. I'll gladly take a top 10 though. I think if Ryan's able to get the lucky dog, get back on the lead lap, he is going to be able to get back up ahead of us probably and get into the top 10. He's looking still just as quick as he was, or maybe not just as quick, but still faster than us. I don't know how fast he was running before. We have made it 19 laps without wrecking, so that's good. Knock on wood. Let's keep it out of the walls, keep it going. Oh, Ryan might have just hit the wall and knocked off his front wing. See a piece of it laying there. That tire barrier out of that sharp right-hander really jumps out at you. You get a little damage on your front wing. We found it in Sonoma, and I found it in practice for this race. It just will not turn anymore. You can still keep going. It's not terminal, but it just sucks to drive at that point as we almost plow the wall with our left sides. It is completely fixable, though, if you get a little damage like that, which is nice. So it's not the end of the race. We just gotta not let it compound. Preferably, we won't do that. We won't hit the wall and break the front wing. But in the event that we do,
The car in front, pitting.
it's not the end of the race. Laura is pitting. She was on those reds, though. She might have been her wing sitting there that we saw. Looked like it had just flown off the car, though. It was still moving, but also could just be the tires on the reds are just giving out already. I don't know when we're gonna pit. Guess we can look at fuel. I want to put the reds back on it, I think. Right? Tank's gonna fill us up. We can do another 12 laps. We might as well run this tank empty in case we get a caution. Nick's been on pit road fixing damage, or he might just be out, but I assume he's still going to be drawing cards. I don't know how he's going to do it, probably based on where the leader's at. Yeah, I think we just need to go down to third there. It's much safer. We don't need to be messing with trying to push fourth through there like we were. Just keep it nice and safe. If I can run mid-19s the whole time, I'll be happy. And my ear is itching like crazy right now. I am not in a good spot. Alright, I got it. Had to mute the mic. Had to take off my headset slightly. That's not a good feeling. Having to do that. But at least we got a straightaway for it. Dan is catching up like crazy. So he is really gaining some speed, or we're just falling off. I don't know. He's gained like 2 seconds on us. Watch that curb. I need to make sure we're putting the alternates back on. I'll have to do that at some point. As we slow down like way too early there. Alternate. There's a piece of the car. All right. Careful. My ear is itching again. That is very annoying that that keeps happening. we're fine. Hopefully this was a mid-19.
There's an incident ahead.
We got a wreck ahead. Don't see anything. We didn't gain anything. Warren is on pit road now. Did he reset or did he just pit? I don't know. There was an incident, it said. We know he was up front. He's losing a bunch of time too. He might have reset. Might have put it in the wall. We're up to 8th now. We seem to be catching Zachary as well. A little bit. Wesley's back out on the track after fixing damage. Dan is just going to get up here and pass us. He's just looking quicker than us. He's just tracking us down. Whoop. Wasn't quite prepared for that, but we got it done. Might be able to get up here and pass Zach. He might have some damage. He's going to pit road. We're up to 6th now. We got like 9 more laps we can do on fuel, but those could be scheduled pit stops. I don't really know. Careful.
The leader is sitting out.
Leader's going down pit road. Surprised people are pitting this early, but it could just be tire fall off that they are trying to mitigate. Don't feel like I'm doing too bad. The 7 is taking the lead. I do not know who that is off the top of my head. Zachary's still on pit road, so he must have got a bunch of damage. He's a lap down now. That was a scheduled pit stop. It would only take like 7 seconds. I think running on the primaries here, we should just stretch this as long as we go, as long as we can, and then maybe with the reds we can pit a little bit earlier depending on how they're feeling. Because I know they're going to fall off more. Dylan just up ahead of us, he might have been the leader. Shows him in 3rd right there though. But he just came out of the pits. Because we're still in 6th. He still has not put on the second compound, it says.
Thank you, sir.
Feeling like it's getting easier to drive now, but we're getting lighter on fuel. We are gaining on the car in front, apparently. Which is surprising. But he's probably on fuel, or he's got damage. He's going back to pit road. Oh, that he might not have been in pit road to begin with, but he's on pit road now.
Thank you, job, man. You're fit.
And we are in the top 5. With Corey in 1st ahead of us, and we get the caution. So that works out for our pit strategy of staying out right there. That is perfect timing. We just got into maybe 2nd place, and the caution comes out, so that works out awesome. Now I can't get lulled into driving a lot harder because we're up into a good spot on new tires. We're going to be on heavy fuel, and the tires are going to be cold. We know that's going to keep them from turning too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just blinked right back in. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I didn't hit you. I mean, I'm lapped down. I don't care.
Okay, yeah, it would have been it wouldn't have been your fault, man. I blinked back in. It's not really your fault.
Got to make sure we get caught up here so we can pit with the leader or the leaders. Looks like we're still in 5th. I'm glad we stayed out there because we thought there could be a caution, and now we can pit without having to stress about a green flag pit stop and get our new tires.
Kind of annoying how that was in the middle of the cycle.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Worked out well for us. We're in the top 5. Leading this thing now is Joe, Logan, and a Leighton, and then Corey and myself. Dan, who I think is going to beat us this race, he's looking a lot quicker than us. I think he was just taking it conservative on when we were in traffic. I think he can pass us and pull away, though.
Caution came out.
There are only 9 people on the lead lap, with the next car being 2 laps down. And that is how much the attrition has factored into this one. So if we can just avoid getting any type of damage on the car, we could finish really well. Just like I suspected. So that is going to be what we're going to try and do. If we can get a top 5, that'd be amazing. But plenty of race left. We're almost to halfway, not quite. We're running like 119s, 120s that whole run, which I think is acceptable for me. Race pace.
Your car looks fine. No damage.
No damage for us. We'll try to get back into a groove and try to keep in mind that the tires are going to be cold and we're going to be on full fuel, so it's going to not like to turn for the first lap or 2. That was a good run. Let's go see what the tires were. 97's on the reds the first stint. We'll see what the primaries ended up being here.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
92, 95. 93, 94, so that's fine.
That's it, go!
Let's get out and hopefully be in the same spot we were in. A lot of damaged cars here.
Line up single file.
Let's keep it in 6th so we can pace around. We can't make it on fuel from here. We got 38 to go, so there's still 1 stop left, but we could cut this in half and pit with like 14 to go. No, that wouldn't be 38, would it? It would be 19 to go. We'll see what the reds feel like. We could do that. Then still take a full tank and be close enough. Plus, possibility of a green-white checkered is always something that can happen. But feeling pretty good so far. We dropped back to 7th there. Oh, some people probably that had already pit stayed out there. I think that's Laura and a Leighton, so that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. 'Cause that was right in the middle or the beginning of pit cycle. So that is fine. Still ahead of Dan. We're pretty much right where we were, just the 2 people that had already pit. Got back ahead of us. We'll be getting the one to go here and be ready. I assume somebody got the lucky dog. Yeah, Alan did, but he's still one lap down. There was nobody that was only one lap down before this caution. That everyone was either 2 or more. But if we get another yellow, Alan might get back on the lead lap. 23 cars and only 9 of them on the lead lap at this point. I don't know how many are still running. I think Wesley might be the last car running. I think he's still on track. Yeah, he's behind us. 16 cars still running. But he's like 9 laps down. Ryan, I think, is 2 or 3. For some reason, not sending him to the back. It's supposed to send lap cars to the rear, but it's not for some reason. That always messes up. I don't know why. We did single file lap cars to the rear in the Die Dark Pepper series, and it seemed to always not do that. Just leave them in line, which is not what it's supposed to do, but whatever. But we'll be at halfway before too long, once we take the green here. We'll see if we can keep it going. I actually don't really care if Ryan starts ahead of us, because we know he's quicker anyway. And I don't know if we've got anything for anybody ahead of us. We've really only made passes from people wrecking or letting us by. But that's kind of how I expected this to go. Long pace laps here at the road course. We have an hour and a half left. How long has we gone so far? 58 minutes? Doesn't feel like it's been that long. Hour and a half left in the session. The race I don't think is going to take that long, but I don't think this is going to be a 2.5 hour race. Be close to hour 45 probably. These cautions sure add a lot of time. We're doing 3-minute laps. Get ready for the restart.
Hey Joe, and pretty much everybody that's on the lead lap behind Joe. I'll let y'all by on the front stretch.
Which way are you gonna go?
I'll stay down on the inside.
Get ready.
Alright. Getting ready to go green.
Alright, man. The pace car is in.
Not going to be able to see the leaders, but that's fine.
Green flag, green flag. Alright, man. That car is a lap down. The leader just did a 2.3.
Nice and easy on the cold tires.
The new finish
Oh,
behind.
they're hitting the wall ahead of us. That is Logan. That is unfortunate. He caught the new tires full of fuel understeer, I think. Ryan nearly caught the wall there. He might have. That's another spot for us with Logan hitting the wall. Unfortunate for him. He was running up front. If Dan gets up here and pressures us, we're just going to let him go. It seems like he's quicker. And I don't need to be trying to hold anybody off or race anybody right now. Maybe ever. Because that's just going to end up getting me wrecked, me probably taking somebody else out. Wouldn't be a good situation. Alright, definitely tight with the full fuel, but that'll burn off quickly.
Good job, man. You're back.
We're back up to a top 5.
Thank you, sir.
How'd we gain 2 spots? Is there another wreck ahead of us? I don't know. I see Dylan up there now. Who was in front of us? It was Logan and somebody else. Joe is back behind Dan now. I think Joe was up in front of us, wasn't he?
Sorry guys, I got a little bit of damage. I was trying to find a safe spot to let you by.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, be careful slinging it around there. In the wrong gear. Try and keep focused. We're almost halfway there.
That was your fastest lap of the
Just
session.
did our fastest lap of the race. 18.4. That's pretty cool.
Car 7 has taken the lead.
Corey back to the lead. I think he's in the 7. Oh man, almost wanted to snap on me on braking. Good thing I was able to let off and get it to grip back up. Holy cow, that was nearly death. Might have looked like we slammed the wall to Dan with netcode. I think we missed it though. We didn't get a contact. We did get a sound effect.
Car was fine. No damage.
No damage, so I think we just got away with it.
Alright, we're halfway to the finish.
Just now to halfway. Laura was letting Ryan go. I need to make sure I broke early enough to give her room to get back over. She might be on the primaries. I think she is.
Car on your right.
Letting us go as well. Thank you. Been having a good race with Dan though. Been pretty much around each other the whole time. He's been keeping up with me really well. Probably is quicker than I am.
You're 4.
We're up to P4 now. The sun is poked through the clouds for once. That's going to make things interesting. Try and keep it together. It seems like we might be catching a Leighton up there. Let's try a push to pass. Why not? This doesn't seem like it helps too much. Maybe it's helping more than it seems like. But I don't feel like I'm going much quicker at all. I know it's not supposed to be a massive advantage, but I always thought it was more powerful than that, but I've never really raced with them before. Apart from this season here.
left of the
We just did an 18.3. That's pretty good. And then we get a no turn moment. That might have been aero related. Nice and easy, don't spin. Dylan 6 seconds ahead. Leighton is only, well, did I just jinx Dylan? No, that is Corey from the lead, and Ryan paying attention to that. Put it in the wall, I think. That was very scary. That wasn't Warren. Did I say Warren from the lead? I meant Corey. I think I said Corey. I don't know what I said. That was Corey from the lead. That was wrecked there. And then Ryan put it in the wall right in front of us. And that was a very scary moment. But we survive it. We're going to be up to third now with Dylan, the leader,
17.289. You're in third place.
putting 17-second laps down and pulling away from us.
Car 97 has taken the lead.
One more pit stop to go. We hang around here. We might luck into something. Top 3 would just be excellent, though, if we could hang on to this. But Dan is going to fight us for it looks like. We got competition. Corey's kept it going behind him as well. Surprisingly. I thought he was destroyed. It looked like he was way off in the tire barrier with a bunch of pieces of the car laying all over, but it looks like he's fine. Maybe just minimal damage and he would just slid through, because that is one portion of the track where you can miss the corner a bit and be alright, I think. That was a bad sequence. That was an 18.0. Almost breaking into the 17s. Getting more comfortable. Fuel's burning off on the reds. Feeling fairly good. We're soon to get pressured from behind, though, I believe. Dan, I think, it's just letting Corey go. He'll get up here, and we'll have to let him go, I imagine. He looks to be still much quicker than us. Ooh, Leighton got close to the wall there.
The car looks fine. No damage to report.
Just double checking. Keep it together. Corey's going to be all over us here at the exit of this corner, probably. Not quite. I'm not going to give it to him quite yet. Mostly because we're right behind a Leighton. Whoa, right behind a Leighton.
think so.
I don't know what it is. I seem really slow.
Car on your right.
We'll just give it to him here since he got there. He might have used the push past there.
So don't do that.
That's fine. He might be able to open the door on a Leighton. Seems like we're quicker than he is right now.
Hey, Gavin, I wasn't gonna try and take you out. Okay, I was gonna back out, but I didn't think you back out as well.
Oh, you're good. He's much quicker than us. I was prepared for him to get by us. So no problem there. We're going to be stacked up in traffic for a second, though. Watch the wheel spin. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why did that happen? Oh.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed. You've lost the rear wing.
I've lost the rear wing. See, it just snaps under braking sometimes. I don't know why.
It's the 70.
That sucks. Can we replace the rear wing? I sure hope so.
Past the 8 car. It's the 71 car.
We didn't really hit anything until right at the last second. We're backed into the wall. It didn't feel like hard enough hit to do anything. We only lost the spot to Dan. Or we're going to have to pit and get a new rear wing, and who knows where that's going to put us. I was worried about that. It's so hard to figure out when it's just going to randomly spin on under braking where I had been doing okay. Okay. No downforce right now. I got to be careful. I probably entered the corner way too hard. Hopefully we didn't give Dan any damage. That stinks. I think if we can replace the rear wing, get it back to full health, we're going to be able to come away with that without too much trouble. And I'm sorry, Joe, that I am taking so long to get around the track, but I have no rear wing and cannot take any corners at speed at the moment. That was unfortunate. We were in a good spot there. Holy cow. Be careful. We can pit. We might be able to make it to the end from here. That's going to be close. Pace car's just up ahead. So we still got caught up. Oh, I hope all the damage is repairable. I think it's going to be alright. If we go out there on a no rear wing, we're going to be totally screwed, though. We have to have the rear wing. Hopefully they can fix it. It's just, I don't know what the braking is. Can I change the brake bias? Yeah, I can. But if I change it, is that going to throw me out of whack for my braking points? Probably. I probably should have changed it in practice and practice with it on like 60 or 70% or something. It just seems like it just... Unlike Sonoma, it just wants to lock up and spin you if you brake too hard. I probably just entered the corner too fast, and that didn't help either. On old tires, especially. At least we didn't completely destroy the car. If we can get it fixed back to no damage, I'm going to say we got very, very lucky with that. But we might lose some spots on pit road. Furthest back we can fall is 8th. And that's gonna be unfortunate, especially since we were in the top 3 for a little bit. Really, with that spin, we only lost a spot to Dan.
Pit road is now open.
And luckily, we were able to get pointed back the right direction before Warren got there, or right as Warren got there. We'll put the new tires on it, we'll fill it back up with fuel,
Pit box in.
and
3,
hope that the
2,
thing's
1.
repairable.
Right here. We can repair most.
Only most, not all of it. That sucks. 15 seconds is quite a bit. We're going to fall back to 8th. That's unfortunate. Hopefully we'll still have some speed left in it.
Alright, that's it. Go.
Well, we're going to fall back to 7th.
We've got damage on the back end.
Still got some rear end damage. That's going to be something we're going to have to keep an eye on. I don't know how that's going to change the way it races. Ah, that sucks. We may have gotten away with it, though.
It's the 25.
Tires were 91, 90, 87, 87 on the lefts. Let's save some fuel here. Might be able to make it. Do I change the fuel map, or do I... I'll just clutch it. Let's not mess with the fuel map. I'll forget to change it back. Well, I hope the rear end doesn't kill us. P7 is still very, very good. Even a P8 would be awesome. Top 10, that's all I'm looking for. Surviving's really all I'm looking for. We almost didn't. We're still going. See how the rear end damage affects us. I think we got a wing back on there. I can see it in the left mirror there. He's going to move the lap cars if the game doesn't by itself like it didn't last time. Alright. Alan's back on the lead lap. So that worked out for him. We'll see what kind of pace we got. I'm going to have to really just tiptoe with it for the first few laps. Not push it too hard. Really just need to not push it too hard anyway. Dan is going back down pit road. Oh, to top off with fuel. We should have done that. Crap. That would have been good. That would have been a good idea to do that. Maybe we can save enough.
Man, we're going green next time by.
And like we're gonna be right on the edge. We're gonna have to like short shift and stuff. I think we'll try that. That was a good plan by them. Should have thought about that. Dang it.
Past the 71, past the...
I think Warren was the only one who was a lap down there. Alan had just gotten the lucky dog, that's why he got moved. Oh, I should have thought about topping back off. That was a good plan by them. But it gets us a couple more spots for track position. So that's good. Maybe we'll be able to save enough. We're going to technically be 22 to go. And we're We're still at 23 laps on fuel, but once we start shifting, I don't know how that's going to change. Probably should have been running a different fuel map. Ooh, we could get another caution as well. It's a long, still a lot of race left. I think it'll be fine. Let's not worry about it. We'll see if we can save enough on track, but if we do have to save, we'll probably end up losing some spots. Because I bet the people behind us are not going to need to. We're going to put, if we do pit, we're going to put like 2 gallons in it, just in case there's a green, white, checkered. Just in case. We might need more than that, actually. Let's put 3, because it's a little bit more than or a little bit less than a gallon a lap. Not too much less, though. Alright. Let's see how this thing's going to feel. Hopefully, with rear end damage, it's not going to just spin when we get speed on it for the first couple corners. And this corner is so dangerous. We have to be conservative going into there. We can't overdrive it again.
Get ready. Alright, man. The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
And we're off.
7.507. There's a new finish ahead.
Whoa! Everybody's up into the wall.
Wow. That's so for
Corey might have gotten damaged.
But
He's
that's it
pulling
for me.
off. He might have hit the wall there. Car feels okay so far, which is awesome. And I wish we could have gotten a good exit there. We could have maybe gotten around Laura. Oh, be careful. Okay,
You got one on your left.
letting us go, thank
Clear,
you.
all clear. Go right.
She lost a couple spots doing it there, though. I nearly just spun into that corner again, overdriving it. Let's freaking be careful. I keep losing track of where I'm at on that straightaway, that tiny straightaway, and I miss my braking mark, and it's just going to get us wrecked again.
You're back and forth.
Car feels good. Just keep it conservative. Let's keep it on the track. See if we can track down Joe. We might just be off the pace now with damage, though. We got 2 people behind us knocking on our door. Dan and Warren. We're barely good on fuel, it says. We'll keep an eye on that. The rear is where the engine is, I think. So we could just be down on speed. I hope not. Any damage with this thing is not good. But we certainly got away with one spinning and not just destroying the car at this place.
20 more laps.
20 to go. Got a little gap to Warren now. Joe is just pulling away from us, though. Not Warren, Dan. Okay. What's fuel look like? We're still like half a lap good. I think we'll be alright. Make sure we're slowing down for that corner at a reasonable time. And I think Dan is still just a little bit quicker than us. Well, we just did a fast lap of the race, so we must be alright on speed. People around us are just quicker than we are right now. That's the corner right there that kills me, other than the one where we almost died. Fuel. Still half a lap good, a little bit less than half a lap now. We're going to have to get a little bit short on the shifts towards the end, I bet. Maybe before that. But if we get a yellow, we'll just definitely have to pit. Let's use a push to pass here, I suppose. Just did a 17.6. That was our fastest lap by a huge margin, and Dan is still all over the back bumper of us. Everyone's picked up the pace. Well, nearly thought I was going to spin there. We're catching Joe a little bit. Make sure we're getting in there nice and easy.
The lead is 17.619.
That wasn't very good. We just did another 17.9. Oh, we're overdriving. Here comes Dan. Another push pass. Fuel 17. We're so close. I don't know if we keep pushing like this. I don't think we're gonna make it. We're gonna have to be more conservative on the shifts, which is gonna get Dan by us. Nearly lost where I was again. I don't know why I keep doing that at that straightaway. Let's try and short shift for a little bit, see if we gain a little bit extra. Yeah, Dan's gonna just pass us if we do that though. Might just be what we have to do though. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, we're like 0.1 gallons short now. Dan's putting the pressure on me with his little bit of extra fuel, and it's causing me to push harder and use up more fuel. It's good racing. That was close to being bad. If he gets biased, we're just gonna have to get into conserve mode. Try and make it to the end in case there is no caution. He got a bit tight there, maybe some aero. Whoa, he's right at our bumper. We had a bad exit. Thought we'd be able to catch up to Joe, but we haven't been able to. I think we are still good on fuel, actually. I don't need to short shift right now. We're about a lap to the good. Like, right on the money. Wrong gear there. Alright, let's see if we can just put in some smooth laps. Don't worry about fuel. I wanted to be in third for that, and I wasn't. Push pass. Yeah, we're good on fuel by a lap. Overdrive it. We don't need to be doing that. Locking up these tires. Do I look to pass here? Probably dangerous if I do that. Maybe we get a run here and look. Late move. Probably a bad idea.
Clear on the left.
That was a bad idea. Should have probably been confident and went in there, but I felt like that was too late of a move to really commit to. And I can never get a good enough exit here to set anything up. I would love to get around Joe and have him in between me and Dan. Oh my. Bad. Running out of push passes, that's fine. Didn't mean to get all the way down to second there. Or third, rather. Or, no, second. I'm losing the ability to think. We're getting late in the road race. If I could just get a good exit there. I haven't got one good exit from that corner yet. If I could maybe set up a pass. I keep catching them at the wrong points. Like this section. I'm getting good entries. It's the exits that are killing me.
The lead is stood on 17.868.
Oh my gosh.
All clear, all clear.
Sorry. Here comes Dan. We're going to defend. I would let him go, but it's late in the race. I think we might be able to hold him off. And I think I might be able to pass Joe if I could stop overdriving. I think we're fine on fuel. Maybe. Nearly bad again. That's like the point in the lap where I always check my mirror, F3 or something, and that is not working out for me. I get to where I'm nearly wrecking every time.
10 to go.
10 laps to go. I'm pushing harder than I have all race. We got a little bit of a gap to Dan now. I think he ran wide a couple times. We got one push to pass left. Are we going to find an opportunity where it's going to help actually make a pass? How am I going to get around Joe if I can't even really get caught back up to him? All three of us here are really close on speed. It's been a great race. I'm having a lot of fun. Ooh, we need to be careful. How are we going to get around Joe? I have no idea. It might just take a mistake from him, but he has not been making any. He's just getting such better exits than I'm getting. Because he's braking earlier for the corners and I keep nearly running into him. Well, that's all on me though. Overdriving everything. We should barely be good on fuel. Oh, a wall. Don't run into the back from here. Oh, careful the wheel spin. Just cannot get close enough to make a move. He's not making a mistake. We're running out of laps. Dan is back on our bumper. Oh, you dummy.
We've got damage on the back end.
I don't think that actually hurt the car. Well, maybe it
Got one
did.
on your right. Stay left. All clear, all clear.
Felt like it did. But he didn't report the damage on the left front. But either way, Dan got by us, and now that's probably going to be it for our race with these two. Unfortunately. Yeah, it's not turning anymore. Ah, dang it, that stinks. We had a good race going. Or, I mean, we still do, but we had a good race going with Joe and Dan. But I think we're out of it now. Unfortunate. That was fun, though. Good battling. And I am just driving through the grass. Use our last push to pass here. We're not going to need it. Kept waiting for Joe to make a mistake. I was pushing really hard, and I'm the one that ends up making the mistake. I knew I probably couldn't keep up that pace we were running the whole time. And now I can't even keep it going. Car's broken.
You've got wheel damage. You're losing on the car in front. The gas is...
Oh, dang it.
3 seconds.
Gosh,
The car has too much
freaking
damage.
dang it.
I called that.
Your front wing is damaged.
Now we're not even going to get top 5. All I had to do was not what I did. That's all I had to do. Exactly what I did was exactly what I had to not do. We're gonna lose multiple spots now. We keep destroying the car too. I think our race is over. So freaking close to the end.
3, 5, 5.
Oh, so frustrating. Well, we're gonna get 7th. That's still good. We were running 4th, and then we threw that away. And I'm just freaking terrible. Just get it off the track. We're done.
We can't fix the damage. I'm afraid it's over.
Yeah, we could have the first hit, but then the subsequent 4 hits after the car wouldn't turn ended that. So gosh dang close. Took a drink. That went down the wrong pipe. So gosh dang close. We're gonna lose 8th. We're gonna get 8th. Billy's still on pit road from his damage. Gosh, that sucks. That sucks so bad. Why couldn't we just hang on for another 2 laps? Or however many were left. 6 laps? It all started with me putting it in the wall here and it wouldn't turn, and then I think my tires had just given out. That's what I was afraid of at the beginning. 70s all the way around. Dang it. Hey, we still finished good though. Could have finished top 5 had we not done that at the end, but Once I hit it the first time, it wouldn't turn, and then it just stopped being able to slow down because I ruined the tires, and then slammed the wall, and that broke the right front. Then it wouldn't turn anymore, and it just kept slamming into the wall because it wouldn't turn, and there's no room for error. And that is the way our race ends. There's the wall hit. Did he hit the wall as well? I think he did the same thing. Yeah, but felt like it really hurt me, but maybe it didn't. Maybe that was all in my head, but it was probably the tires going away. We probably pushed them way too hard. We kept overdriving exit so bad, or overdriving entry, and that's why Joe was able to keep pulling away from us on exit. Frustrating way to end that, but we still finished well. We're only going to lose 3 spots from where we were, 4 spots. We were in 4th ahead of Dan. He was probably going to get around us anyway. We lose 2 spots to Laura and Alan, and then Warren's going to get around us, so. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. Such a bad way to end it after such a great race. Just got sideways on me and stopped being able to turn, and that wrecked the right front. You see it's all bent in. It won't turn anymore. The wheels are busted. And then it still won't turn. I'm trying to get it back around, and it's just
that sucks.
won't turn. And it sounds like they may have had another incident. Gosh dang
Yeah,
it.
you had a great race going.
And this final hit just destroyed it. Dang it!
Yeah, I almost put one together.
Dan must have had a problem as well. We'll take a look at that. Must have just had it happen.
I enjoyed watching that battle from the back.
Just right at the end, the tires are going away on these reds, and you just lose so much grip, and it's just so hard to keep it together. Joe's doing the right thing. He's able to get into the corners nice and smooth and not overdrive like we were every time. And we finally ran out of talent. Put it in the wall like 4 times in 1 lap. See what happened to Dan here, so I don't feel quite as bad about my end. Still gonna finish good. Oh, he just... That is such a difficult corner. He just misses the braking point, almost gets into Joe, and winds up into the tires. And that is his race over with. He's still gonna beat us. He completed a few more laps than we did. But we are going to take home 8th after starting 20th. We ran up into the top 5 for a while. We were doing good. I was feeling good. Had we just been able to take care of the tires a little bit better, we would have been in decent shape. Let's go take a look at the rest of the incidents. That was a good race still. We had a good time, and we were running a lot better than I expected. So I'm happy with that. First up is Wesley. Just breaks loose on him. It like jumps to the left. Very strange, and that's a hard hit there. It knocks his front and rear wing out, and then Frank gets in there hot. Ends up taking him out. And then Richard overdriving it, little right front damage there, the wing and the wheel. And then, yeah, it's not turning, and that busts his left front, and that's his wheel gone. Brian... He's spinning to the left there where there's actually some room, so I don't think he got any damage for that.
All right, man. Watch it.
And then there's Ryan just spinning under braking. Like I kept finding that in practice. Like it just always kept spinning under braking. Does Nick get his wing knocked off there? By Billy? His rear wing? Oh, he might have, and maybe that's why Nick pit so early. I think he was slowing down for Ryan, stopped there, and Billy just didn't see that. Like when he gets to the corner, he probably, I don't know, he just missed it or wasn't ready for Nick there, and then Nick gets rear-ended. And so does Billy. And that's probably why Nick pit at the beginning, but he was able to rebound until his incident later. And here is no rear wing. Oh, I thought he was going to spin. Because when my rear wing was gone, this is what it felt like. And that's what takes him out. We saw that happen. Or saw him sitting there, at least. That corner is a terrible corner for us. And it seems like everybody else, Ryan gets some damage there. Here's Nick. Not doing anything. This is a Leighton, I believe. He grabs a little wall. We're seeing people on pit road. Jump to lap 11. Ooh, Christopher's just spinning there and getting some netcode contact there. That's unfortunate. Alan. Oh, he gets on the gas a little bit too hard. He spins to the right. Everyone's able to get around him on the outside, though. That's pretty significant damage for him. Nothing? Oh, Christopher again spinning. I wonder if he was running a little bit lower downforce or something. He was looking quite a bit looser than we were. And then Alan was trying to let Matthias go, I think. And then Matthias wasn't ready for that. Just right into the back of him, and that ends his race. Oh, they nearly got taken out as well. But that was a great race. Here is Nick right behind us. He just gets in too hot. That corner is so bad for the whole field. Everyone's struggling there. Just you miss it a little bit. See, he overdrives it and straight into the wall.
Great job, driver.
And that breaks him and Timothy. And then we still end up 8th, right? Yeah. P8. Happy with that. We beat Nick. We survived longer than he did, at least. And there's that looseness under braking that we saw and we experienced. Same thing. Nope, just in a little bit too fast for Zachary. Gets some wing damage. Little scrape of the wall there. Nothing too bad. Oh, and Warren. A little wide. A little hot into that corner for Zachary. That messed up the front suspension. Let's make sure this is still recording. Little wall scrape there. We almost survived the whole thing. At least we're around for the end. Ooh, and then Dylan spins it coming off of pit road, and that gives him quite a bit of damage. That's unfortunate. Is he able to recover from that? Oh, he ends up winning the race. So yeah, I'd say so. What do we got going on here? Zachary just missing the corner. Oh, he breaks at the 300. Allen misses it ahead of him. Warren is somewhere else on the track as well. We got Wesley. It's just breaking loose on him. I wonder if some of these guys are running a bit lower downforce. Because I wasn't experiencing that, really. At least at that point in the track. I was experiencing that, though. Especially at the end. Some wall grabbing. Lap 32. Are there any other big wrecks? That's pretty bad damage for Brian there. Maybe a bunch of little wall taps, and that's the front wing gone. That's big damage. Whole front nose caved in. Nothing. Here's quite a few cars together. We need to see our spin. There's another wall hit for Zachary. He was quick. He just started struggling with the walls. There's Corey. I thought we saw a bunch of pieces of car laying here when he was out there. Because don't we come up? We saw him out there. I thought he had gotten a bunch of damage. It didn't look like he actually did, though. Maybe there was no debris. I thought we saw a bunch of debris there, but Ryan in front of us, definitely. And that was very close to us. He actually Alt F4'd there, I think. We got very close to hitting him. Yeah. We missed him, though. Got dangerous. Little wall tap for Layden. Probably no damage, though. And that's going to be a bigger wall tap. And here's my spin. I just get in too hot and it just starts breaking loose on me, and maybe a little tap. Oh, that's how we lost the front wing. He like ripped it off with his front wheel. Hopefully he didn't get any damage. He would still look fast at the end. He got to slow down as best he could, and then we're trying to get going. I got the wheel cranked, and then almost run Warren out of room. What did we do under yellow? We didn't do anything under yellow. Oh, that's a wall hit for Corey from 3rd place. That was on that restart we saw. Oh, that's that danger corner. Just wants to ruin your race, and it's going to ruin Billy's just like it ruined everyone else's. And then jump to lap 61. Here's where my day ended. So close to finishing this race, 5 laps short. We were going to make it on fuel, and then my car was just broken at that point. I should have just reset, but wasn't to be. And then Dan misses it. Same corner everyone's wrecking. That's just the nightmare corner. And I think that is the race. Great job to Joe for hanging on there. We were trying to challenge him. I just finally ran out of talent and ran out of tire grip, and he kept it from us. I thought we were quicker at one point and maybe could sneak around him. I just could never find a place to pass, and this place is so narrow I didn't want to throw it in and overdrive like we had been the whole time. But yeah, that was a really fun one. I really enjoyed that. Really, really, really tough challenge, but a lot of fun. You get people with racing with respect and stuff, and it was just good back and forth battle in there with Dan and Joe. And I'm glad we got to run sort of up front. So yeah, I felt pretty good about my speed. So looking forward to the next race. It's going to be an oval. I don't remember what track it's going to be, but hopefully we can keep improving and have some more fun there. So yeah, thanks for watching.